everyone, welcome back to our channel. I'm Teacher Mingwei and today we are going to look at a very typical problem in Mathematical Olympiad. That is chicken and rabbit problem. So let's dive right in. First, let's read the question. Adam has chickens and rabbit in the same big cage. Adam counted and he found 46 animals in the cage and there is 128 legs. Now the question asks how many chickens and rabbits are there? So first, let's try to understand the question. First, we have so cute chicken and rabbits in the same cage. Now Adam found 46 animals in the cage, but do we know the number of chicken and rabbits? You're right, we don't. We don't know the number of chickens and rabbits, but we know that the sum of their numbers will be 46. Now, here's the question. How many legs does a chicken have? Perfect, a chicken has 2 legs. And what about rabbit? Yes, a rabbit has 4 legs. Now, we also don't know how many pairs of legs do we have, but we know that if we add the number of legs together, we will get 128. So, how should we approach the problem? Well, the numbers here is so large. So, let's look at a small example. Let's look at this example. Uncle Lee put some chickens and rabbits in the same cage with a total of 7 heads and 20 legs. How many rabbits are there and how many chickens are there? So now, first we need to understand what does 7 heads means. How many heads does a chicken has? 1. What about rabbit? 1 as well. So 7 heads means that there are 7 chickens and rabbits in the same cage. So the numbers are smaller, but do we really know how to approach the problem? Right, we don't really know. So if you don't know how to approach the problem, maybe we can find a very easy case. What if all the animals that we have are all chickens? So here we have 7 chickens. How many legs do we have? 2 times 7, that is 14 legs. How many legs should we have? 20. So how many more legs do we need? Yes, we need 6 more legs. 20 minus 14. But here's the problem. How should we increase the number of legs? Nice! Now I'm sure some of the very fast students have found the answer. How many legs does a rabbit has? 4. So, if we replace 1 chicken with a rabbit, how many legs do we get extra? Yes, we get 2 extra legs. So, let's try. Now here we have 1 chicken leg. So, if we put here, we get 1 rabbit. And we have 2 extra legs. So, let's continue. Now we have 18 legs and 2 rabbits. So let's continue again. Here we have 20 legs, which is what the question wants. How many rabbits do we have? 3 rabbits. How many chickens do we have? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have solved the problem. But do you remember our first question? There are 46 animals in the same cage. So does it mean that we have to draw 46 chickens? Oh my god, that is going to be very time consuming. So what should we do? So let's look through the same example to see how did we find the number of chickens to convert into a rabbit step by step. Now what's the first thing that we did in this example? Yes, we assume that all of them are chickens. Now how many legs do we have? 2 times 7 is 14. Nice. Now how many legs should we have? 20. So how many legs do we need more? Yes, we need 6 more legs. 20 minus 14 to get 6 more legs. So how should we increase the number of legs? Yes, we should replace chicken with rabbit. For every chicken that we replace with rabbit, how many legs do we get extra? Yes, 2 extra more legs. So how many chickens should we replace with rabbits? Yes, we take 6 divided by 2. Why did we choose 6? Yes, because we need 6 more legs and we get extra 2 legs for every chicken convert into a rabbit. So now, how many rabbits do we have? Yes, we have 3 rabbits. And how many chickens do we have? Perfect. 7 minus 3 and we have 4 chickens. So now I'm sure we are ready to solve the problem. Now Adam has 46 animals in a cage and 128 legs. Now, what is the first thing that we should do? Perfect, we should assume that all are chickens. Now, if all of them are chickens, how many legs do we have? Nice, we take 2 legs times 46 and we get 92 legs. Now, how many legs should we have? 108. So how many legs do we need more? Perfect. 122 minus 92 and we get 36 more legs. So now, how should we increase the number of legs? Yes, we should turn a chicken into a rabbit. So for every chicken that's replaced by a rabbit, how many legs we get extra? 2 legs. So now, how many chickens we replace with a rabbit? How should we find? Yes, we should use 36 because we need 36 more legs. And divided by 2, we get 18 chickens to turn to rabbits. So how many rabbits do we have? Perfect, we have 18 rabbits. How many chickens do we have? Yes, we have 28 chickens left. 46 minus 18. Good job, everyone. We have found the answer. 18 rabbits and 28 chickens. So now, let's do a very quick summary of this problem. Now, the summary of chicken and rabbits problem. What is the first thing that we do to solve this problem? Yes, we assume that all of them are chickens and we check that how many legs do we need more. Then how do we need to find the number of chickens to convert into a rabbit? Yes, we take the number of legs needed divided by 2. Then we get the number of chickens to turn into rabbits. And that is the summary of this problem. Nice. Now, here I have prepared a practice question for you to try. So feel free to try and type the answer in the comment section down below. Of course, if you are shy, you can scan this QR code and contact me. I will answer any doubts that you have. Now, thank you everyone for listening to me. I am Teacher Mingwei once again, signing off. Thank you. Bye-bye.